ways to make additional money, which is always, that's something that a lot of people need. That's what everybody needs. Woo! We back, we back, we back. Yes, sir. Welcome back, everybody, to YBI, where we discuss the opinions and strategies on how to better your financial selves. We are back in the building. Man, it has been too long. My brother, what is going on?
Moved this past week, so that's why I'm just recording in the living room right now because the office is still getting back set up and it'll look great. And we'll be back more looking and back in a more usual self and a better self by that point. Been busy with life and family for this past week and got a lot of stuff going on, which is why we couldn't get to you guys. But what's going on with you? You have some things going on too.
Yeah, man. School is starting. I have the camp that I'm always at. So I teach a summer camp in the morning, and then I have private sessions after that. I'm still doing my regular job, and I had surgery. I had my wisdom teeth pulled, and I had 2 additional teeth pulled. So I had 6 teeth removed because it was causing some problems in my mouth. And this is the first day that I've not been on some kind of pain medication. So I'm just, getting back into the groove of things, but I got school starting in a couple of weeks here, my master's program getting going. So yeah, we have been hit with life, and that's kind of just what happens is that when Roman and I, we work a lot. We work a lot of other places. We do a lot of things. And sometimes, life gets in the way of the things that we want to do. But we're back. We're back finally. And hopefully on a more consistent basis with some new things. We've been revamping things and getting things together to make sure that we have the proper content for you guys, that we have enough stuff coming at you guys from all different facets. But yeah, we've been taking some time to get our lives together, and things are going to continue to come. You guys are going to see some changes coming from me as well. I'm moving in the next couple of weeks myself. Roman's still doing everything that he's doing, so we will keep you guys updated on our lives as we continue to give you guys as much information as possible. But for now, we are here.
We are here.
We are here. So kind of recapping everything that we've been going through in the last couple of weeks, we've had it's been several weeks, but I know that we got into investing a little bit. Was that the last episode?
Picking your top. We went over top 5 brokerages and with different value and growth investing. Just kind of get people start thinking about how they want to invest and what they want to be investing in. And then we can even today for a little bit, we even talk about some things going on in the world recently and how that may be affecting your investment or what investments you might think about having.
Yeah, we definitely have to do a little recap. Hopefully you guys have had plenty of time to go back and catch up on all of the videos because we were dropping a lot of information. And I know that even myself, like I try to go back and watch all of the videos to make sure that I know what's going on. Because Roman shares information with me that I don't know, so I want to make sure that I'm taking all the notes that I need to take from our program here. So I hope that you guys were able to go back and do that, take a look at that, listen to them, because again, we're on all of the different social medias. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, all that good stuff. As always, we have another giveaway coming up sometime this month. I'm trying to look at the calendar here. There are literally 5 screens in front of me right now with all of the information that we have coming forth. But yeah, this episode is on the investment strategies or ways to make additional money, right? That's where we at.
Yep.
Ways to make additional money, which is always, that's something that a lot of people need. That's what everybody needs, really. I mean, from people that are just, in high school, trying to just work a little part-time job to multi-millionaires. This is what they do, is that they find other ways to make a little bit of extra money. So that is what we want to just hop right into.
I've been doing some of these methods, that's gonna add an extra $300 to $500 a week to your income, like just minimally, depending on how well or how good you hit it off with some of the stuff, you could grow your income even more. So
yeah, it gets down to the point of multiple streams of income, my people, having multiple streams of income. So I mean, literally, we just hop in right there with the
Wesley.
first one. For me, needs to be looking at a YouTube or a streaming platform like that. So what Roman and I did was we got on to YouTube because we said, you know, we have something that we wanted to be able to share with people. But what we did not do was say we're just going to do this with our free time. We said let's figure out how we can try to monetize from day one. So we use people like Anchor. We partnered with people like Anchor. And if you've listened to our podcast on Google Play or on Apple Podcasts or on Podcaster, etc., you the first thing that you hear is Roman doing a ad for Podcaster. So that's one of the things that was able to get us a little bit extra money and startup costs, blah blah blah, was to partner with a bigger company and a bigger brand, do some advertising for them, and then it helps us offset some of the costs that we have for the business. But obviously YouTube and social media has been a huge influx in, you know, the last 10-15 years. So if you have the ability to take some of your knowledge, partner with somebody and hop onto a platform like that and share it, get people involved, get other people that you know involved, partner with somebody, collab with other people, doing things like that is definitely a way that you can make a little bit of extra cash. I'm not going to say that we out here balling out because of YouTube, but you know, as we continue to grow, you
YouTube is
know,
not
YouTube, you know,
monetized.
YouTube is not monetized yet. So it's like, you know, we're just now starting, but we're doing more and more, and we're getting closer and closer to the point of monetizing YouTube, just like we do for all of the other platforms, which is why you guys need to go ahead and like, subscribe, and share so we can get this money flowing out here, so we can get you guys more content. You know, you kind of see how this goes. You help us by helping you. You feel me? That's what we doing here.
Smash that like button.
That's the way.
And going off that
You
definitely
guys,
leads into affiliate marketing. But everyone know what that is. You know, a lot of people say, like, you know, if you like what I'm wearing or if you like that product, the link's in the description. When you click on that link and you buy it from Amazon or somewhere, part of that sale goes to that content creator or whoever posted that, or that blogger. You can do it in YouTube videos. You can do it in blog posts on Medium or some other platforms like that. And you can do things. Also, of course, same track, live streaming. Live streaming has been a really popular thing, and from gaming, and not even just gaming, but other things too. You can do like live mixing sessions, show people how to like make a song, or live classes, whatever, and you can charge for that or just do it for free, and people will donate. The live streaming community between Mixer and Twitch is very huge. We've seen people like Ninja and Pokemon and things like that that really came up from the live streaming community. Wesley.
yeah, I think that those are really important things. But what's at the root of that is understanding what it is that you're good at.
Yeah,
You find something that's your niche, you know, and you kind of
find
just
the
you
right
go based off
platform
of that.
to find a right
Yeah.
platform to hit your people in that audience and what works for you.
What happened when I started coaching, it was literally like I was just an athlete that was very specific about the way. I was very technical about things, and I was breaking things down for younger athletes as I was a team captain. And then from there, I started volunteering my time at where was I? One of these gyms. I started volunteering my time, and then it got to the point where I was volunteering, but people wanted to pay me, and the employer there was like, come work here, just come work here. But it literally just started with me understanding that this is what I enjoy doing, and this is what I'm good at. You know, so when you find and when you understand what it is that you're good at, which, you know, goes back to investment in self, going back there, check that out. But when you see what it is that you're good at, and then you start to build on that, you start to give the way, and then you're like, man, this is all really, really good. Somebody's going to recognize that, and they're going to start paying you for it. So do a deep dive into yourself, understanding what it is that you're good at, how you can better yourself, and all that good stuff. And then market yourself, because you see, like we've always said, you have to market yourself as a business, because you have to sell people your skills at the end of the day. Sell people the skills that you have. Don't go out and you don't need to buy a bunch of stuff. You have a bunch of skills that I don't have. Roman's got skills that I don't have, all of that stuff. So he is using different skills, and I'm using different skills in order to market ourselves to the rest of the world. So that's how I see making myself more marketable, is just by honing in the skills that I'm already good at, and then giving it to people in a way that they're going to want to pay for it.
That was excellent right there.
Hey, I'm
You
here with the
know,
words,
you
man.
know,
It's been so many weeks. Now my mouth is off. It's all
it's
better
all
now.
healed. You ready to
So
talk now? It's
yeah.
like, yeah. All right, all
hmm
right. What's another side hustle
Um,
for the people?
these right here. So these shoes. These are the bread Yeezys. Um, that are, they can be 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, depending, like on the condition, blah blah blah. So if you know me, you understand that I'm a sneakerhead, avid sneaker collector. Um, and I liquidated a lot of those assets within the last, 6 months since COVID started. Liquidation just means that I took a product that I had, sold it. So I wear all of my shoes. I'm not the type of person that just buys a bunch of them and just leaves them in the closet to collect dust. No, I wear them. But at the same time, I keep them clean. I'm not gonna walk in puddles, X, Y, Z. I keep them clean because I realize that this is an investment for me. So I use different sites, different websites. StockX is a really good one. And StockX, you can actually sell a lot of different things. You can sell clothing, you can sell shoes, you can sell watches, purses, etc. And then the other one I use is GOAT. So those two apps are what I use to sell my personal shoes, my shoe collection. And it's a really good way because let's say that I spent $180 on a pair of Jordans that I bought 3-4 years ago. They look pristine. I've worn them a bunch of times, but I clean the bottoms every time I wear them. So it's a labor of love for me. I like to look pretty fresh if I can. So I want a clean pair of shoes to go with that. But then, COVID came around and it was like, do you want 30? Nah, I got about 80 pairs of shoes in my closet, or do I want a little bit extra cash? So let's go ahead and liquidate that. So I found the apps. I did a little bit of research, found those two apps, and I've been using GOAT for a while now and selling on there. So I spent $180 on a pair of shoes, selling it for 230, 240, 250, whatever it is, depending on the shoe, depending on the dish, depending on the box condition, etc. And then there's like a 3 point. So let's say that I made $60 on a pair of shoes. This is a pair of shoes, one used. Like, this is not a brand new pair. So if you keep them brand new, yeah, you're gonna make a lot more depending on the desirability of the shoe, how clean it is, how rare it is, etc. This particular pair that's on my feet right now, I could probably sell for $1,000 without a problem because of the value, because of how rare they were, because of the release date, because of the condition. So in terms of ways that you can make extra money, take a look in your closet because there are places like Plato's Closet and other places and other sites that you can use that you can sell. You can post and sell things. Facebook Marketplace is another good way to do it. But you can definitely use these different sites, these different apps to take which you already have don't ever, and you post it on these different sites. And people are always looking for stuff. People are looking for stuff to buy, especially when in the time of COVID, there's like everybody's on their computer. Everybody, as I touch all three of the computers that are sitting in front of me, everybody's always on the computer looking for different things to buy because there's nothing else to do. So we're online shopping. So you use that as a platform. You post these different things for a reasonable price. You do your research. You see how much people are charging. So I saw that people were charging like $260 for a pair of shoes. So I charge $255 so I can flip mine quicker. I can take mine are in better condition, and now I can flip mine a little bit quicker. I can get my money now. I'm liquid. So that's a different way for me to take something that is, sitting in my closet collecting dust to now it's cash in my pocket and I bankrolled whatever needs to be bankrolled for at the time.
And that's just, you can not even just take that, shoes are a great example, but you said all apparel. So if you're really into watches or you're really into even artwork or anything like that, that can, if it's a value for you, it's probably a value for someone else. And they might also pay more for it depending on the time and the rarity of it and things like that. So even, we all know back in the day, for a lot of us used to collect either Barbie dolls or Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards or whatever, trading those, and somebody would be like, well, this was now worth $60. I paid 20 cents for it 10 years ago or whatever. So just think about things like that. It's the exact same idea. You get a hot new fresh
Yeah,
pair.
you got that collection of those little joints. You know what
Which
I'm talking about?
ones? The
Them little
Funkos?
joints.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all will see them on the wall of the office about on the next video because I have them all posted up and everything. But I collect Funkos. I really into Dragon Ball Z and I really like Goku, so I've been collecting every single Goku Funko there is. I'm almost there. It's a dope collection. I'll show it to y'all soon. And yeah.
Man, you gotta tell the people what you need. What you need. What's the last one that you need, man?
I need like 2 more. It's like a Super Saiyan God, and it's like a metallic Super Saiyan Goku one that I'm still missing. I'm still missing those 2. Just those 2. I got every other.
So if y'all got those 2, hit your man's up.
Send them to
He's
me.
He's trying to complete the collection.
Gotta
And if anybody got Yeezys, Jordans, all of that, size 12 and a half, size 13, hit the kid up because I'm always buying and selling shoes. So that's a big thing for me. But in addition, people, if you want to spend money, I know people that go into different places, and this is a good flip. So this might take a little bit of time though. So if you have time and a little bit of cash, this may be the move for you. So people go into stores like Ross, Marshalls, probably those 2, Ross, Marshalls, and what's the other one?
TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx and like
Burlington.
Yeah, those kind of places so those places pretty much buy stuff from other people that are like, these aren't selling for us, let's get rid of them, or something's wrong with it, let's get rid of them, or we have too many of these, let's get rid of them, whatever the case is. So they may get brand new, let's say it's brand new pairs of Jordans that they just ordered too many of and they couldn't get rid of them. So now they take all of those Jordans and they send them all to one of those stores. If you can go to the store and buy those under retail, and then even just sell them at retail, you've already made a profit. But with this type of method, you have to be able to go into the store and spend some cash up front. And it also takes some time because you have to know what's selling, you have to know what's popular, you have to know what's coming, you have to know when the trucks come in, the different shipments come in, so you can be the first one to come in because there are other people that are doing this.
Man.
They're literally
be the inside man. Be like, all right.
Yeah. You've got to have some connections. You got to have some connections with these different people. So you go in and you talk to the manager and you say, hey, when do you guys' the shipments usually come so I can come do X, Y, Z? Then you just come in, and a lot of people just they take their phone and they do the little camera thing. They scan the little barcode on it and they kind of see what the price is looking like for those. So if you scan the barcode and it says, oh yeah, this shoe is selling for $150 and it's only $30, obviously you can buy that product, you can resell it, and then all of a sudden you've made $100 for that product. But at the same time, if you don't have any capital to put up front, now all of a sudden it becomes a little bit more problematic. So that's what people are doing with clothes, apparel, etc. at those type of places. But that same mentality and that same type of business structure can be taken and used at like a Goodwill. If you go to Goodwill, like me personally, I moved from a house that was 2,500 square feet down to something that was like 1,100, something like that. So lost like 1,400 square feet. So we got to get rid of a bunch of stuff. Took everything to Goodwill. Didn't try to sell it, didn't attempt to sell it, brand new stuff, old stuff, whatever. Italian leather couches, like real life thousands of dollars worth of things that we just took to Goodwill because we didn't have time. If you can go to Goodwill, take some time, look through different things, one, you're always going to get a better deal because Goodwill be, mad reasonable. But if you can find things in there and then clean them up, or people were just like didn't want to deal with them, you can take those same items, clean them up. I know that one of my friends took some rims. He cleaned up some rims that he paid like $30 for, sold them for like $800. Like stuff like that. Real simple, just a little bit of labor of love, takes a little bit of time, but you put that time and effort in and then you flip that product, all of a sudden you made a profit.
Yep. That's definitely good restorations, or you hitting flea markets up and seeing what values you have. If you're real techie and you see some finished piece of tech that you can fix up, or computers, or even just doing that on the side and, helping out people in your neighborhood, just doing Geek Squad tech costs pretty much. And then this doesn't cost that much as well, than go online and actually get like an IT certification and start doing that. And then, you have another job right there. It's really like, even if you work in a part-time job, hourly, wherever, doing whatever, you can always find your, whatever your passion is, whatever you do want to do, and do that even part-time for them. Even if you only make $10 the first month, guess what? That's $10 more, and now you have motivation to go out and make $20 or $100 the next month doing that passion. And that's how a lot of people start off, is they their passion started off as side hustles, and it slowly grew to be their main hustle. And it depends on how much work you put forward and how much you want to learn as you're doing it, but you got to get out there and start.
Absolutely. That's the way to get after it. So for more practical people that are like, you know what, I'm not into selling stuff, I'm not into doing this, I'm not into doing that. Cool. Let's say that's the case. Um, here's what you need. You can do a couple of things. You can get another part-time job. You can get a part-time job. So technically, my personal training is a part-time job. I go up there when I can. I go up there when I want to, and I go up there by appointment only. So that's a part-time job for me, and it actually pays more hourly than some of my other jobs. So I actually will prioritize that one more than some of my other things because that one's paying the most. So what I personally do is by appointment only. I stack a bunch of them right back to back, and I'll just be up there for a certain chunk of time, and that's my check. And I will do that, a couple of times a week, and that's extra money right there. So if it's like, I don't feel like I want to sell, or I don't feel like I want to go and put forth capital, then you go ahead and you get yourself a part-time job that is going to make you a little bit extra money, a little bit of a side hustle. If it was, I was cutting grass for people when I was 14, 15 with my brother. I had a moving company back in the day, also with my brother. We would literally just go say, hey, these people want to move out. We would get a couple of our friends together. We would rent the U-Haul truck. We would charge them, $100 an hour, and we would get the job done. We were shoveling snow in the winters. Just whatever side hustle that you can think of. Somebody doesn't want to do something. Personally, when I move, I'm not cutting no grass. So if somebody wants to come cut my grass for a certain fee, I got you, because I'm not here for it. But that's the same thing. There are people that are out here like, oh yeah, I'm not washing any dishes. You can get paid to just go wash somebody's dishes. It really just depends on what it is that you're willing to do, and what
There's
you're
a job
comfortable
for
with.
everything.
Exactly. Somebody's willing to pay for everything. Somebody is definitely willing to pay for everything. So obviously in the time of COVID and everything, you got to make sure that you're safe and that you're not putting yourself in a position to bring harm to yourself or to the ones that you love. But at the same time, it's like, hey, I gotta go get this money. But that's not the number one thing. Safety and health and all of that good stuff is number one. Then you get your bread and everything at a number two. So that's for the people that are a little bit more practical, that don't want to necessarily put money forth, don't want to go to the stores, don't want to sell, don't want to do this, don't want to do that. Another idea for you guys: do you have extra space in your place? Airbnb, big thing. That's a big thing. People that are on Airbnb right now are getting bread because there are enough people. There's not enough places for the people. College students are being kicked out of different colleges and being forced to go home because of COVID, because of school shutdowns, because of this, because of that. So it's not necessarily that you want to take advantage of it, but you kind of want to take advantage of it. You want to post your place, even if it's it's an opportunity for you to better the community, for you to for you to allow somebody in, but for a reasonable fee, for a reasonable rate. And that helps you on rent, that helps you on mortgage, whatever it is. Obviously, again, safety is a big concern. Your health is a big concern. But if you have a duplex and you're not using the basement and you got an extra spare room down there with a bathroom and a little kitchenette, man, I'm getting paid off of that. I'm definitely getting paid off of that. So it's just another thing for you to think of. And then I got what am I? DoorDash, Uber Eats.
I'm gonna throw one more on there. I'm gonna throw Fiverr too.
Fiverr in on with this group?
It's the gig. Say even like that. It's it's the gig. You work it when you want to. Yeah, with Uber, they do pay a fee per ride or per delivery or anything like that. But Fiverr, you can set $1 to $5 to $100. I've gone on there, posted freelance work for myself, and charged different tiers depending on how much work they wanted me to do for a website or to mix a song or something like that. Same deal.
What's
you go
the
on
other
there.
one? Is
Freelancer? Yeah, there's one that's also called
Fiverr.
Freelancer.
It's Fiverr, and then there's the one that they and the photography one, the one that Alex does.
Oh, so that's selling your stock images to Getty Images or Shutterstock.
Yeah, those two. Those two. So those are So those two are taking pictures of different things. If you're a really good photographer, or if you just have some time, you see something pretty, you take a picture of it. You can post on this thing, and people will pay you for your pictures. Not saying this is gonna happen like all the time, but you can just take a picture, post it. If somebody purchases it, cool. But the other apps that Roman was talking about were
Just Fiverr.
Fiverr.
Yep.
That one is for what now?
Freelancers.
That
You can go on
that's
there
a
and
freelance
just
thing.
whatever. So yeah, you can do photography, you can do cooks, you can do personal training, you can do web design, you can do coding, you can do computer engineering. Basically, what dance classes, whatever service you pretty much want to provide or give, you can do that. There's actually another one that there's a that's so cute. Oh, Skillshare. Skillshare is a good one that you can do. It takes a little bit more of the verification for you to become a teacher on there, but there you can actually host online classes for investing, for graphic design, for Photoshop and things like that. And people can go on there and they pay to take your class. So that's another one as well. If you have a certification or a degree or any formal training, something that you feel like you can teach to someone else, you can go right up on there and be a teacher. Especially right now when everyone's at home, or most of the time they're doing it from the computer anyway. That's a good way to share some skills.
Yeah. I mean, and then like we said, DoorDash, Uber Eats, those kind of things. Yeah, it's a. I mean, hey, I feel like making some money right now kind of situation. I've personally never done any of them because I like my car and I don't want anybody else in it. But it's
Well,
pretty
then you
much
got Uber Eats, and no one gets in your car, but that's if you want to drop off food. There's pros and
I don't
cons
want my car to smell like Potbelly. Like I'm just not here for it. I don't eat in my car, like I got white leather. Like it's
that's
white.
not okay.
Barbecue sauce and stuff. Like, nah, I'm not here for it. But that's the thing though, that's just not my hustle. So at the end of the day, I found my hustle, I found my niche, and you have to find yours. You have to find what works best for you, what works best for your schedule, what you're most comfortable with, and what's going to really provide you a solid foundation for what it is that you're trying to do later. So if your foundation needs more money, then figure out which one of these methods gets you more money. If you need more time and productivity, find out which one of these you can do early in the morning and late at night to adjust to your time schedule so that you can still make that money, but you can still be with your family. You have to find what's going to work best for you at the end of the day. And then you just have to do it, and you have to do it consistently. I want to say it's 40 days to make a habit. I think it's 40 consistent days to create a new habit or to break a habit. So trying one of these things for 40 consecutive days, see what you did, check your progress, do weekly check-ins, do daily check-ins, kind of see how you're feeling about these different things, but give yourself the opportunity to be successful with whatever it is that you're doing, and then grow from there. And just like, I mean, even with the YouTube channel that Roman and I have here, it's like we're doing what we can. But then, like we said, life gets in the way, and there are sometimes there are things that happen. There's some unforeseen circumstances that come into place, but then that's when we come back, and we come back strong, and we here to represent for the team. We here for that. So things happen, but then you come back strong. You come back strong. So that's what I have for this episode in terms of ways that you guys can go ahead and make a little bit of extra cash, something a little bit lighthearted, a little bit easy for you guys to digest, ways, strategies, etc., that you may not have thought of, but can definitely be impactful for your lives.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Anything else?
Throw out some love and good vibes out there to Beirut for the explosion that happened there.
Yeah.
Peace, love, and good vibes to everyone whose families are still being affected by COVID, and people that are losing their jobs and everything else through it. We still know this is a crazy time, but we all got to stick together.
Absolutely. Support one another, support each other. And we appreciate you guys for supporting us, especially in our time of not being here. But we are trying to get back to things, trying to get back to the new normal, get things, but be prepared for us to continue to change things. Roman's going to be changing his backgrounds and things. I'm going to be changing things around me. The website will continue to be updated. Yeah. Our social media is going to continue to be updated. We're looking for people to help us out with our social media. So if that's something that you do or that you're interested in, send us a direct message. Let's talk, because we want to continue to grow. But Roman and I are crazy busy. So making sure that people are consistently on our social media, making sure that things are always there, live, posted, ready for you guys, is hard for the small core that we currently have. Trying to grow the squad. So yeah, send us some direct messages, and we'll see. We'll definitely get back to you guys. But in the meantime, we have a bunch of things that we're working on. We got a bunch of new content that we're prepared to get out to you guys. But just bear with us as we continue to try to move through this phase of life, all the different changes that are happening. Bear with us. We're going to get back with you guys as much as possible. Can't necessarily guarantee that it's going to be Tuesday, Thursday. Every week we may have some Friday episodes in there. There may be one episode and then, something else, a reading or something that you guys can do. But we're getting consistent with this thing. Okay. So stick with us, and we'll do as much as we can for you guys. Anything else?
Oh yeah, we got some good things coming up for you guys already. Like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you guys think, and what, if anything, you guys also want us to hit, or topics you want us to hit, and we'll definitely get them out there for you all. And as we already know, we may be young, we may be broke, but we are always investing. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to Young, Broke, and Investing. We just want to let you know that these are the opinions of the hosts, are not meant to be the basis of any security purchases or investments. We're trying to give a little information out there for everybody, and have fun and be safe.